Hey, good morning. Today I'm going to talk to you about constructs. Okay, what are constructs? Constructs are a series of sums or averages of the items in your survey tool. Okay, and it usually measures some particular behavior characteristic. All right, so here we're trying to make the construct happy. And happy is constructed by adding up happy 1, happy 2, and happy 4. All right. So what we would do is go to transform. First of all, let me back up and say this. The first thing you should do is run a Chromebacks on it. So under scale reliability, I said 1, 2, and 4, right? And we have alpha here. You don't really need, let's see, do we need anything here? Let's take some things in here and take a look at it. Yeah, of course we need that, of course. And then say continue. And then we would hit this OK button and look. And we see that our Chromebacks is 0.69, which is, you really want the Chromebacks to be about 0.7, right? So it's fairly close. Now, what is this Chromebacks? The Chromebacks is basically a statistical tool that assesses whether or not the items in your construct are consistent, right? So whether they're all going in the same direction, do you have a particular item that's not agreeing with the rest of them? It's not consistent. So that's what it's looking at. So here we have a few things in here that I want to, one thing in particular I want you to look at. Okay, so there's a section of your Chromebacks that says something to the effect of item total statistics, right? And the purpose of this is to look and see if you were to drop an item out of your your construct, what would your Chromebacks alpha be? Would it improve or not, be worse? So if we were to drop happy 1 out of the construct, then your Chromebacks would drop to 0.304. So that's not good. So happy 1 is very important to the construct. Okay. Happy 2, if we drop that, it would be 0.505. So that's not good. And then happy 4, it will slightly decrease, right? Well, actually happy 4 would, it would increase, right? It would improve. So we could go back. Let's go back and reconstruct it, right? And see if we drop happy 4, what would the construct be? Right? So sometimes when I'm doing these videos, I get a little bit lost because my mind is on so many things at once. So please forgive me for that. All right. So let's drop happy 4. So then we just have these 2. Now your construct is 0.88. Before it was 0.69. So now it's 0.88. So it has improved, right? And remember, this is the previous output. It told us that if you drop this particular item, it's going to jump to 0.882, and it wasn't lying. It told the truth. You get the point. All right, so now we can move forward and actually transform this construct and make a new variable. So we're going to call it happy let's see, happy, give me a second to think, total, right? And it's the sum of happy 1 and happy 2. You can put this total variable back in and run the Chromebox again and make sure it agrees as a total. You could do that. I'm choosing not to for the purposes of this video, but you could. So then we say okay to this, and then we could do a descriptive on that particular variable. Let's look at it. Take a look. Okay, so here we have happy total, and it is the total. How do you decide what items to put into your total or your average? If this particular survey tool is validated, it's a validated tool, meaning that another author validated the tool, put it out there for the public, you should be able to find a research paper on the tool that describes for you how the author scored the tool, not just the Likert scale, but how they actually created the sum or the average of the items in the tool. Okay, so once you find that, you can even contact the author directly and ask them, request that information of how they scored it. Okay, so scoring has to do with the Likert scale scoring, and also it has to do with whether or not they did the sum or the average of the items. So that's the kind of information you want from the author of the tool. So this concludes this particular session. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me at amore20@morestat.com. I'll be happy to help you with this exercise. Thank you.